nobody sat me down like, man, you need to pray. Like you need to ask God to heal you. You need to ask the creator, whatever you want to call him, to come heal you. You need to speak to a higher entity than what you are. Because something is affecting you and you don't have the answers. You think the answers is to get inebriated and intoxicated. And these are not the answers.
This is Sad Boy Radio.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Sad Boy Radio. I'm your host, Matt, and today, man, we got a very special guest in the building. He got the hyenas on Sway in the Morning, working with John Monopoly and Seasick, legends. Shit, recently named top 25 artists to watch in 2024 by What's the Word. And, man, aside from all of that, you got a lot of community work that you do. You got your own... I don't even want to call it a clothing brand because it's more of a lifestyle for you, for real. Go ahead and say it because I'm going to fuck it up.
Eastside Collection.
Eastside Collection. I was fucking up because the E and the S was fucking me up. I just thought of it as one, bro.
Good.
Eastside Collection. You're a cadre over at Healthy Hood.
Yep.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
Man, I go by the name of Recoechi, man. I represent a lot of entities, man. Everybody, it's a big community behind me. It's a huge community.
A lot of entities, but they're all you, bro. So that's the I think that's the cool and amazing and unique thing about you, right? Because a lot of people represent so many different things, but it's not really who they are, right? You take a lot of different pieces of somebody and then it all comes together. But all of these things, they all have one similar goal, and that's just to make the community and the people better. You're looking for a way to heal your community. And I'm going to let you talk all about that, bro.
Man, come on.
But first off, I hate asking people this because it's the most basic fucking question. Why Recoechi? Your name's not anywhere close to Rico.
Yeah, my biological name. Yeah. So, they used to call my dad Rico when he was little. So, when when he had his first son, I was little Rico. Then it went from me being called, I went from Lil O to Rico. Like, because they called my dad O. So I went from Lil O to Rico. And he was like, no, he's going to be calling you Rico. Then my mama spelled it the way that she spelled it. Like, sometimes I would go, like, when I was young, I used to think my name was spelled R-I-C-O. And she would spell it R-E-C-O-E. And I'd be like, man, why you, I ain't know who gift this was. And then it's in cursive, too, and you little, like, you can't really read. I'm like, this not mine. Like, what is this?
You're like, what's going on here?
Do I got any gifts? I think I ain't had no gift. Like, nigga, that's yours. Like, I'm like, oh, yeah, I bet. But, yeah, and then, Chicago, man, that's my... Shy is also, like, people used to call me Recoechi, but it is a double entendre because Rico is his own energy. Chi is energy. So, but I didn't say it that way because it sounded weird, like Recoechi, like, boo. So, I want to get to the point where I'm able to drop the Shy. I feel like I could do it now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I low-key could do it now. Like, if I wanted to, I could just be like Rico, R-E-C-O-E. But Shy, that's I embody everything Chicago is about.
How much of that ties into who you are, though, into your identity?
Top to bottom, you know what I'm saying? Where I'm from, the 8th Ward of Chicago, the East Side, you know what I'm saying? So, some people don't even consider an East Side thing. Some people just be like, East Side is the South Side too, which I agree with too to a certain extent. But it's like, I would say me, it ties in like clear as day. It's like even how I speak, my terms, my lingo that I use. It's a lot of things that tie into who Recoechi is because I'm just a regular. I'm regular, just like everybody else regular. But we had these experiences out south that made us what Chicago is. Chicago is soulful. Chicago is the home of the blues. We created blues music that transitioned to hip hop and everything else. So the musicality is really what I'm defined by. Like niggas would think I just listen to country rap all day, bro. I be listening to the Dusties, bro. Like I got an old soul. Like,
Yeah.
I really don't. Like, I be wanting to turn the rap off sometimes. Like, I listen to my old shit, man, for real.
Man, I was just having that conversation. You know what Real Ones is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was having a conversation with Ben,
My nigga.
and their platform, I feel, covers exactly the type of music they listen to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me, I don't feel like if you look at my platform, you're gonna know exactly what I listen to because man, that sounds so bad, right? Because it could sound like a knock to them or a knock towards whoever, but really it's just man, for real, I don't listen to drill music, bro. But being able to give those artists a platform and show a different
Yeah,
side to them, to
yeah,
me, that's valuable
that's
because now
very
you're able
valuable.
to show a different side of the city and being able to balance those two sides. To me, I always see it, right? You see somebody like an Asar, and then you see somebody like an OG Stevo, you see somebody like a Big KBZ.
Mm,
They're all different artists. And really, right? OG Stevo's in the middle of those two.
yeah, he in the middle. Oh God, cause he understand, man. But we really from that though. So it's like I know what type of that's my dog. I know the type of time he be on, man.
So for me, like it's cool being able to tread that line. But if you look at my page, if you look at everybody I interview, you're not gonna know what the fuck I listen to for real. Cause man, I listen to Ed Sheeran for real, bro. And people laugh at that, but I'm like, nah, bro. That's
He know how to make some good ass music. He know what to do.
Ed Sheeran got his, bro.
Man, good music is good music, bro. You can't deny it. Like music is music. It's gonna hit the psyche, man.
Before we get into all the music, before we get into who Rico is, we got to talk about Sway in the Morning. We got to talk about John Monopoly. We got to talk about all the professional shit, right? So how did Sway in the Morning come about? How did you end up booking that? Because I seen you buzzing in the city. Next thing I know, I see Sway in the Morning, Rico Shy. I'm like, bro, what? Like, nobody from Chicago is getting on Sway in the Morning right now.
Man, it's crazy, bro. On some real shit. Just John, the one that got me on there. So John, him and Sway tight from back in the day, whatever the case is. I text Sway this morning. I was like, man, hey, good, checking in with you. He texted me back like that made me. They gave me that boost of adrenaline on my run. Like, uh, but John is he the one that got me on there. He just hit up Sway. He's like, man, this was a part of the partnership. Me and John was like, I'm telling John like, bro, I could go on these radio stations and rap, bro. Like, I don't need no media training like that or nothing. Like, I know exactly the most I need probably training on is knowing what to promote in my interview. I would say that. But as far as like questions being thrown at me, man, we got it all. Like we don't need no media help. But like so he was like, man, you for real? Like you ready for something like that? I'm like, hell yeah, nigga. It's like it's a dream. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he hit up Sway. And Sway got back to us like the following week and was like, man, yeah, he can come up here these days, man. He's like, this guy's dope, man. I really like the song with Nipsey. And that shit sent me, I was lit off that shit. I'm like, yeah, nigga, like Sway, what? But John like, yeah, so we gonna schedule to go up in May. We went there, man. Sway showed mad love, bro. Like it was mad love shown, bro. We gave Sway $150 cigar, weed. That's undisclosed. I ain't trying to trick on you, Sway. But uh but yeah, like Sway was really rocking, bro. So when we got up there to the Sirius XM radio station, that's when I seen like New York is its own like New York has its own culture. Like everybody's fucking with each other. Like Scram Jones gonna be fucking with Static Selector, and now you see Scram talking to I forgot my guy name, man. He's like the executive director at Sirius XM Radio. So this man, he fucking with me hard, like hard, bro, hard, bro. I can't believe I forgot his name on camera. But he's rocking with me hard. I'm realizing I'm like, damn, look, this one move got me in this room with all these people. But what solidified it was the interview. Like, of course, when you walk in, people gonna show you love. But it's like when I got on the interview, when I got on Sway, when I did my freestyle, shit like that, Sway wasn't expecting me to do three beats. That wasn't part of the interview, bro. That was not part of the interview. The freestyle part, it was just only supposed to spit like one time. And then Sway was like, man, if you come on, like for real, like, and I was so surprised. He didn't expect me to be like another one. Sway, give me another. He wasn't expecting that. So when I started to do it, that solidified everything. Like, so right after that interview, bro, when I walked out that damn radio station, bro, it was like everybody, the head, the executive director was in the hallway, bro, like fucking with me hard, and he just want my project to come out so he could push it on Sirius XM radio.
In that office in New York, you created such a deep impact on everybody that was in the room.
I say this, man, Chicago. it's sad on the music scene, and I just say it like to say this because Chicago's a big melting pot of talent. It's so much fucking talent here. Like we all talented. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes these blogs don't be knowing what to cover because everybody's talented. So they go based on who's the most consistent versus who has the best quality. And sometimes you could promote a consistent guy, but what the fuck is this music really doing? Like, is this music really shaking some shit as far as like a generational change? So when I got back, I started to see like the same people that knew who I was that wasn't promoting my music is now promoting my music. Is now hitting me up to do interviews. Is now hitting me up to just move rock with me to see what I got going on. Once I got that, John was like, man, I fuck with Rico. You know what I'm saying? But you know, um that's when a lot of stuff changed. But it was like, damn, it's like, motherfuckers still pop, motherfuckers still broke as hell. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't changed. So you come home with this little, this fake ass fan. I ain't even got 10,000 followers on Instagram, bro. But those 5,800 followers I have, they interact. Like I see niggas with 15,000 that can't even get motherfucking 100 likes. Like it's not the math is not math, my friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got real like pull, real engagement with my fans. So I started to see that come into full effect after that. Like people started believing again because I would go disappear on the scene because I wasn't fucking with like I'm too authentic with myself to be like, man, I wanna like rock with people that's not really rocking with me or keep trying to shoot my shot at stuff that's not like beneficial or really cares for me as the person. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I would tell you off camera, like, bro, I'm real deep, like how I think. Like I really pay attention to everything. Like shit that people don't be thinking I pay attention to everything and I don't forget. So like some of them same people that was hitting me up to do interviews, I'm not doing it. Because I was hitting them. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers was leaving me on scene. That's tough.
It's when shit's popping, bro, that everybody wants to hit you and say like, "Let's do it," right? And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not. I'm a media platform. My job is to interview the person that's the hottest at this moment, right? But I also understand that I I'll say it like this, right? I see it right now. There's a lot of people who hit me up for an interview, never talk to them again. And it's all transactional. And I think that I've fallen into this kind of slump a little bit because I'm feeling that a little bit extra because that high that I was at is not there right now. Cause like you said, right? You go on Sway and you have this high, and then it didn't change your life. Nothing new came of it, right? You got more followers, but sometimes we live so much on that phone, we live so much for those followers that once we take a step back, we're like, this don't mean shit for real, bro.
For real, it don't. And that's what it really was for me. It's like when I got back home, I'm still scrambling for change, still trying to invest in my dream. Cause I worked at the post office for 6 years. Like I retired at the post office because I was like, man, I want to do my music.
Damn, bro, you said retired like you're old, man. You said I
Cause bro, I
retired
was
at the
working there
post
from
office.
my age 19 to 25, bro. So those 6 years, bro, you working overnight, the graveyard shift. And then but before I got to the graveyard shift, I was doing the 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. So I would miss all the open mics. I would miss hella events that I'm supposed to be at to perform and stuff. So when you getting those $1,600 every 2 week checks, you able to I was able to buy myself a pair of shoes every 2 weeks, like invest to my clothes, make sure I got a car, put gas in the car, etc. Have my own spot, invest to my own spot, stuff like that. And then once it got taken away, it was like, man, well, not taken away, but I took I had to have the goal to walk away, be like, man, I need to start at my dream, this thing I feel for myself now or it's never. Because I'm talented. I got a lot of people I know just start making the music. And what really did it for me was when C-Sick hit me up and when he believed in me. So that's when I'm like, come on, let's do it. But, that feeling right there of that high I got when C-Sick called me, like these are spurts of hope that we get. And we get them even at this point where it's like, you still on the grind. You ain't at 1 million followers yet. So you still get spurts of hope. Sometimes you get discouraged. Sometimes you be like, man, like, is it really gonna matter? Like if I just walked away from what I'm doing right now today, who the fuck would care? You know what I'm saying? But you get them spurts of hope to make you feel like to make you realize like God chose you for something special. Like God got me right here. Like, come on, I'm challenging you right now to show me that you believe in yourself the way that you say you do or the way that you think you do. Show me right now. Show me that you believe in this. So them spurts of hope I had to keep building this. That's why I was telling you, like the sustaining the inspiration. Like that's a high I came off sway. How do I sustain this when I go home and apply it to my work ethic? How do I apply this to my everyday life? You know, and sometimes that shit will hurt. Like it'd be like, damn, nothing feels like that. And to some of these rappers that's on, they don't give a fuck about going on sway. They don't care about shit like that. Me, it was something so amazing to me though. You know what I'm saying? Because of what I care about. But yeah, them spurts of hope, bro. When you get off that high, you gotta sustain these spurts of hope, that high that you felt. Because you could fall off like that.
When it comes to what you're saying, sustaining inspiration, it's about being disciplined at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to quit. It's so easy to say, man, fuck this.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said,
Come on.
who would care? Who would really care at the end of the day?
Come on.
And right now I'm at that point where it's like, I don't think that anybody would be like, damn, that shit was so good. But I think that I'm at the point where somebody would be like, damn, he was hot for a while. What the fuck happened to him? And I think that idea scares me a little bit more than just like just continuing. The idea that somebody's gonna watch this shit and be like, damn, what the fuck? He just stopped out of nowhere.
That's where the purpose come into play though.
Being called a quitter almost.
Yeah.
I can't be called a quitter.
Come on.
I'm not gonna say I don't love it, but the work that has to go into it, that's the hard part.
That drive come from a purposeful like mission versus like I'm doing it just because of other shit. It comes from within. It's that purpose, bro. It's that thing that you prayed about. It's remembering these things. This is David Goggins be talking about the cookie jar. When you go back into the cookie jar and you pull out, remember what you did? Like this is what you did. Like you was on sway. You did this interview. You used to be stealing people beats. Now you working with CSIC. Don't forget these steps. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget these steps because you. That's what I was talking about. You know the most powerful thing a human being can have is the state of grace. You know what I'm saying? So as long as we in grace, that purpose gonna be ignited. That purpose, that fire gonna come. It's gonna remind you, like, bro, this work ain't shit, nigga. We'll be, come on, if you was getting paid $500,000 just to do this shit right now, you'd be in that chair. So is it about the money or is it about purpose?
At what point do you think that you'll actually have to sit with that though? Cause right now, right? How long have you been doing music?
I started music. I started freestyling stuff 16, 15. I was writing music, but I didn't start my professional career until 20. I say I started at 19, but I stopped. Like I took like 3, 4 years off, like because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So I started back up at 23. And yeah. So I say really from 23 to now at 27.
What was the closest you were to actually quitting, to stopping?
Man, I'll tell you this right now. I got big as hell. I had B cups. Um, uh, I was doing ecstasy, like crazy, bro. I was drugged the fuck out. Um, I used to do it, and then I had like a scare one time. Somebody laced my pill with fentanyl, and I got sent to the hospital. Yeah, and my sister that was at the hospital with me. That was like the closest, cause it was like, man, like that's when I really like when I was high as fuck off that shit. I'm looking at myself like, dude, what are you like? What's happened to you? Like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. It was like a trip I never wanted to experience again. And I'm just like, dude, like we lost it. Like you not even doing music. My manager at the time, he walked away from me because he was like, man, I can't bro, you not focused. You know what I'm saying? You doing all this other shit. You in this toxic relationship and you chasing this girl and bro, you not chasing your dreams anymore. And that's not what I signed up for. And that's what hurt the most. It was like, damn, well, what the fuck do I have now? Like what am I doing? I'm just going to work at the post office sad as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sad. No purpose, bro. Like the purpose was shot. So that was the most time I was like about to quit. I was thinking about becoming a supervisor at the post office and all, bro. Like I'm I'm like, man, this music shit might not work. But the people at the post office was telling me like, it's regulars there that worked there for like 30 years. They like, dude, you don't need to be here. You have a lot of like insight. Your spirit is righteous. Like you need to be doing your dream. Don't get caught up here chasing this little ass money. Like, yeah, it's going we good. Like, this is what we do, but you have an actual talent. Like, you need to be trying to manifest and bring this to light. It's niggas that was 28 talking to me at 21, 22, telling me this shit. I'm like, damn, like, man, what the fuck am I doing?
And it's hard when you feel like you don't have that purpose. When it feels like you're literally just going through life. I feel like, man, and I don't mean to bring you down or anything. I just feel like right now that's kind of like it's exactly where I'm at, right? I'm 24. I have a job teaching. I like it. It's cool. I'm trying to advance my career, but I'm also trying to advance this. And at 24, you start to think like, okay, well, what is going to work? I hate playing the politic game. I hate having the
I
fucking
hate that shit too, man. I hate that shit.
I hate being told if you do this for me, I'll do this for you, or hey, can I get this? But then when I hit you up because I need something, and not because I did it because I needed something, but I did it and I'm hoping now, months later, a year later, you got me. But it's never like that.
People would be like, business isn't personal. But to me, when you make business personal, people feel more inclined to fuck with you. People feel more inclined to be like, man, let me hit this dude. Or sometimes it might rub somebody off the wrong way, but that's just like the light of, man, that person not meant to be in your space and your energy or around you right now. But me, a lot of my relationships that I have, like even the relationship I got with Stack Selector, um, Scram, Jones, DJ L, Seasick, they are personal relationships. It's not just business. It's not just music. It's personal. We talk about real life shit. We talk about, man, dog, you good? Like, man, my dog, I ain't good. Like, wop the bam. When you show a motherfucker how human you are, for motherfuckers to feel empathetic about you or what you got going on. When a man shows empath or empathy towards something that you have, it's a sort of love that a motherfucker have for you. Then you have those times where you feel like you showing empathy and or you want sympathy for something. Like I don't even say like niggas out here crying for sympathy, but sometimes shit we human. Like sometimes we be wanting that shit. Like man, somebody be sympathetic for us through our problems or whatever. But when somebody shows that it's a sense of them caring, they care a little bit. Sometimes some people don't even know how to deal with their own emotions, so they don't know how to do that. So you don't take that personal. But like a lot of my relationships that I have, they personal, bro. Like I be like I don't hold my tongue for nobody, bro. Like for no one, like no one. I say what I feel. I say what I must. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm in. That's why I'm in healthy hood. Like man, my opinion and my opinions and my theories there are appreciated because like me and Allen, Chairman Allen, we'd be talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, man, but I'll question him behind closed doors. I ain't gonna question him in public though. I ain't gonna embarrass him. But like we'll have talks. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he'll see where I'm at with it. Like, I care about you that much, bro. Well, I'm asking you about this too. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the shit that look good right here. But what's up with this? And he'd do the same thing to me. And that's why I love him, like my brother, because it's like he be like, nah, bro, you ain't right now. And it's like, motherfucker, But if you can't develop relationships like that, like, look, some relationships just gonna be business, and you just got to know what those relationships are. But some like gonna have that opportunity for a personal relationship, and if you can't get out your own way to develop these relationships, that's where it's gonna fall through the cracks on you at.
So speaking of healthyhood, how did that all come together? How'd you get involved with them?
Man, shout out to Healthy Hood, man. That's my peoples, man. I love them. So I was the Unity concert, the first Unity concert with Golden Child. That was the first time I walked into Healthy Hood. First time I walked into Healthy Hood was the Unity concert, and I just love the space, the community, the people that was there. It was a lot of Nation of Islam in there, but it was a lot of like people from the community there too as well. So, I talked to my Minister Tanya Lozano. I talked to her right after the show, and she was like, "Man, you should come up here and speak. You know, we got Sunday sessions. You know." And I see to this day, man, she the most consistent person I know. Like her and Allen, Tim Allen and her, they so consistent, bro. Like it's impeccable. For real. That same thing that how I got recruited to this day. We do the same thing. But it's like, it's not fake. It's like, yo, come check out our space and see if it can help you out. You know what I'm saying? So she invited me to Sunday sessions. I came and I spoke about it was a healing session and I came with her. And I spoke about my cousin that died from a drug overdose. And it was like I be talking about it, but I don't be talking about it. So sometimes like I just have random moments while I'm missing my cousin. And that was the first time I talked about that in a minute. Where it was like, cause I seen like it was just a lot I saw that day when my cousin died, bro. Seen him on the toilet, eyes to the back of his head, overdose. Like it was over with, and that always replay in my head when I be thinking of him. You know what I'm saying? And even then, like me saying that now on camera, when they posted that video, his mom called me. That's how deep it was, and she was like, "Rico, I did not know you went through all that." And because when I seen it, I started crying again. Like you opened the wound back up for me. And but for me, I was opening that wound too. Like I needed to heal myself. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talked about on the phone. And that was like, damn, I could share this here and people we all talking about it. This not like regular church. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me fall in love with it. I'm like, damn. And so from that day, I'm like, they like, man, you should start. I just started being around Healthy Hood a lot. Like the events they was having. Then I started asking them about the cadre, like, what's up with the cadre? You know, and they were telling me that's another level of dedication for people that really want to be a part of this work. You know what I'm saying? And so I started coming on Tuesdays and um that it happened like that, bro. Like I started coming consistently. I started seeing like these are things that I needed by community building, and I started learning how to be involved in community again because the music scene, the industry will make you forget what community is, what real community is. Not this fake shit, the community, the actual people that care about you, that care about where you at with it. Like, how is your mental? How your healing going? Fuck this industry shit, man. We gotta know how to divide them. And that's what gave me the divide from what's authentic and what's fake. So that's why to this day I'm still going. I don't give a fuck how far I get. Like I'm gonna be a healthy hood, bro. They gave me opportunities, bro. They put money in my pocket, all type of shit, man. For me being dedicated though, like me showing up, not getting no money for shit. Like I'm just coming because I just want to serve my people. And even though it was in Pilsen, it still showed me like how community could potentially be out in on the south side. Some shit that we don't have. You know, so that's what we working on right now. We working on bringing healthy hood out south.
Damn, for real?
Yeah,
Like southeast?
south. Yep,
Yes.
southeast. All that, man. We working on it right now.
Damn near Indiana.
Nah, not Indiana, bro.
Damn, bro. What? Hey, help the people out in Indiana,
Man, we
bro.
gotta help us out first, bro. Then we can keep going other places.
There's a lot you said there, and I think that all of it is important to touch on, right? Most importantly, I think that experience with your cousin, being able to talk about that and openly share that story. In what ways did you see yourself healing from that?
Man, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know, bro. Like cause he died the night of my birthday, but they didn't find him for the next 2 days. So it was like when like I'm calling this nigga phone the next day. I'm like, cuz like we gotta get up. Cause I wanted to fuck him up because he came to my party off the perks and shit. And but I knew my cousin, man. He was living a real street life, man. Like real talk, man. He wasn't okay in the mind. Like he was really hustling, man. Like really hustling, selling everything. Like the man was blowing through money, but at the same time, he wasn't no fucking idiot. Like he knew how to bring his motherfucking bread in and use what he knew. Uh, but man, it was I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was a minute before I healed from that. To this day, I'll still be like, man, I be feeling like, man, I don't really got no close friend or a brother like that. You know what I'm saying? To this day.
Do you think you close yourself off from building a relationship like that again?
No, cause even the relationship me and Allen got, me and Chum Allen, man, we like besides me being part of the cadre, him being the chairman, bro, like we go to the crib, bro. That's like my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like even my homie Keith, my little brother. That's my cub. My little brother Mondo. That's he everything to me. So like a lot of the times, like even the relationship I built with Seasick, we built a brotherhood before we worked on music. You see what I'm saying? Like it was a brotherhood. So now we working on music and it made it better. But I don't close myself out. I just am more like I really try to analyze like if people care for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you care for me for real? Or am I just like you said, transactional?
There's almost this hesitation of you're trying to figure out everybody's MO kind of.
Yeah.
Where do you think that idea that I need to make sure these people care for me the way that I think they do before building with them?
Because I'll be asking myself, like, do do a person like God's love is in all of us. So do a person care for me the way God do? That's all I ask myself. Do you think that this person has love for me the way God has love for me? They might not love you, but your right hand man's love you through ugly and through good. See what I'm saying? That's God love. You know what I'm saying? Versus somebody that cancel your ass for some shit that you do or some shit that they didn't agree with what you said. They'd stop fucking with you. They wouldn't take you to the side. Yo, bro, why you moving like that? Check you. You know what I'm saying? That's love. See what I'm saying? Some people just let you run like a hairless chicken, but the ones that really love you gonna pull you in. Like, yo, let's talk, bro. Like, what you got going on, man? And that's when you start knowing who your real brothers is. Cause I know everybody, or everybody that even see this would be like, man, yeah, I know that person I could talk to about that, and you could use that relationship and base it off a lot of them.
Once again, building those relationships and having those people to lean on. One of the most important things I took away from my conversation with Alan is making sure that you have enough in your cup to pour into somebody else
Come
and they
on,
have enough in theirs to pour into you.
that's law.
Because that's what a relationship is. You water each other and you help each other grow. When you're not doing that, you're draining each other. If you're pouring your whole cup into somebody else, which is what a lot of people do, what is left for you?
I would tell my little brother that, man. You know, like, dog, he he poured so much. He used to go through life where he poured a lot into like chasing, like he used to like chase girls, like. But now he like, man, I see my little brother pouring that love into him. He going to the gym. He eating right. He doing what he needs to. He working on his music now the way that I told him to. Like, that's because I could see from the outside. I'm like, bro, this is what you need to do to start loving on yourself, and you would start being happier. Like you would start feeling happier.
Going back to healthyhood, what do you feel like your perspective brings to the teens that helps them grow?
We bring teens to the space and we show them, get them different things to attach themselves to: community building, political education, arts and craft, the media team. These are just some of them, but they can decide on what they want to do. So what I bring to the table, like, is of course, the music. You know, like we working on music and arts and craft and stuff, but also the ability to like gauge in these young black men because they see me like right now. I got 7 mentees. I'm bringing a healthy hood this summer again. Last summer I brought 7 mentees, and before they got there, they was beefing. Like they at school beefing with each other. Some of them, I'm not gonna talk about the gangs they in, but like they in opposing gangs and they beefing at school. But when I walk in the room, I make them see that this shit is stupid. Like, what are we doing? Y'all don't even like. I'm asking them questions like, who created this game? Who's this? If y'all don't know this, then what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's fighting who for what? Like, y'all don't even know the history of this shit. You just claiming and attaching yourself to something. You don't know the history of it. So I bring that element towards these young black men, and I brung them to the space, and got their eyes got open. They not finna be in Pilsen. They know about Little Village, how Little Village do niggas. That's real talk. I ain't that's just real talk. Uh, but they not keen to coming to Little Village or being in Pilsen. They from out south. So you bring these boys from out south over here to Healthy Hood to experience what a community feels like. It gave them so much hope. Like, damn, man, they like, man, I got videos, all type of shit, bro. We was all giving each other flowers, and all of them gave me flowers for bringing them there, for opening their mind. Like, I didn't bring all of them there to be like, hey, since I do music, you do music. No, some of them work on the media team. Some of them in political education. I was low key blue because I wanted one of that was my boy. He went to political education though, and I wanted him to be in music, arts and craft. But he liked that. He want to be politically educated. But then you got the other two that was with me, and they was like, man, like, bro, we just appreciate how you brought us here and just opened us up, expanded our horizon. Now we going back to school, and we'd have been around all these older folks because the internship was from 17 to 24. So they around all these older folks, they around the younger folks at their school feeling like they like 20. And they like, bro, this shit, I just gotta go to school, get my work done. Like I'm not even distracted by this little shit no more.
When you put a teen in a room where they're motivated, where they're being taught something that's going to be useful and something that's beneficial, right? Surrounding them with positivity. I'm like I said, I'm a teacher. I'm a high school teacher. And I see some of the kids that, they came in as freshmen, they're juniors now, and I just kind of see the route that they took. I'm like, damn, bro, like,
That literally just happened over like I think in November. One of the teams he got caught carjacking. Had a pole on him and everything. Broke my heart, bro. Man, I used to be on him all the time, bro. I used to be on him all the time. All the time I used to be on him. Like, man, you good, man? You sure? Cause he's quiet. He quiet, but it's like, boy, nah, man, what you be on? Like when you leave here, what you gonna be on?
and you knew?
Nah, he told me a couple stories, but I told him like we done with that shit, right? I question him. I'm like, man, we done with that shit, right? Like we through with that, right? There ain't nothing coming good from that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to make your mom, you got your father in your life, bro. Don't have them come don't make them come pick you up from jail, nigga. Like, come on, get it together. Like this is how I used to talk to him, for real.
Why do you think it was so important for you to give back to the community in this way?
I was always interested into Malcolm X, like when I was a kid. So if you know the transition of Malcolm X, from Detroit Red to Malcolm X, then you understand that he knew about the lifestyle that other black men was living before any of them got politically educated. So me, I was one and the same. I used to do dumb shit. I used to do what my mentee did. I used to do that to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not embracing that shit, and I'm not embracing it, but it's like I know what type of time I used to be on. I was foul, So when I look at myself and I look at the transition of my mind that where it is now, I'm like I'm more. I thought I was dangerous then. No, I'm dangerous now because I'm using what I learned from these days and showing these shorties like this shit not worth it. Like, yo, we fucking each other up right now. It's a system in place to make us keep doing this shit, you know? And that's what made me like, become community based. Because aside from music, like music is my love, my passion. But the last person that really made me feel, and I wasn't even born in that time, but made me feel like he was directly attached to the community is Tupac. That's one of my favorite ones. I hold close to my heart because he didn't just stand for music, bro. He gonna tell you everything that you need to hear in one interview, whether it's rubbing these white folks' shoulders the wrong way or not. Y'all gonna hear what the fuck gotta be said because y'all really don't know what's going on here. Y'all don't know what I'm rapping about. I'm speaking to my people, even though it don't sound like how you want it to sound or what you think it should sound like. I know how they talk in them streets. I know what the lingo is. So let me put my political education inside some of this street shit and see what we gonna come up with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what made me like, bro. We gotta be community based because if you're not with the community, then what is you doing?
So then what is it you feel like helped you switch your mindset? What do you think it is helped you move away from all of that? Because, like you said, you were involved in some of the same activities. What happened?
I ain't gonna lie. I was selling weed up in college, and I got a felony when I was in college selling weed, but I was off campus. I got caught like on the road, trunk full of weed, trunk full of money, had a safe full of money. I had $7,300 on me, cash. Had it wasn't even that much weed compared to today. But it was in Warren County. Um, and they gave me a felony for my first offense. It was crazy. Um, So and they gave me 7 years of probation.
7 years.
7 years. Wild as hell. But seeing my mama and them come in that courtroom and seeing her like that, while I had on like I'll never forget that day, bro. I had on jail clothes, G.
Jail clothes.
Jail clothes, like little moccasins.
Gosh.
Oh man,
Jumpsuit.
jumpsuit. And these are like them old school jumpsuits. It was black, white with
You're
orange
fucking
writing.
lying.
Swear to God, bro. Warren County. It's one of the oldest jails in Illinois. I'm just looking back at them. I'm seeing how much they already struggling. So now that we got to get on the road and drive all the way down here for court, like I didn't want to put my family through nothing like that again. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the things. And then shit, my conscience just shifted. I'm seeing my homies not like advance mentally. Like to this day, some of them still stuck on this street shit. For real, some of them. But some of them, they even still do the same drugs that killed my cousin, but they know not to come around. Don't come around me with that shit, or we will fight. Like, we will fight. Like, respect me enough not to do that shit around me. You know what I'm saying? Because, so, but when I started seeing people, minds wasn't changing. Like, y'all don't see nothing better? Y'all just want to do this? Y'all just want to do this? Y'all just want to scam? Whatever the case is, that's how y'all want to do? Y'all don't want to like better it? You know what I'm saying? And but that's what I was telling you earlier. It was like, it's street niggas that don't want to live this life that are forced to. You know what I'm saying? And some get their money and go the fuck away. So they're not gonna be community based because if they go back to the community, they liable to get killed. You liable to get killed. So I'd rather go live in LA and build my family out here than come back to Chicago where it's dead shit and murder shit. And I know with me, I didn't like to this day, the only nigga that ever had beef with me ever in life, like super beef with me and him cool. We cool. He support my music. Cause he see what I'm on. It's a mindset, bro. I changed the way he looks at me from what I'm doing. See, like that's how deep it is. It's like the other one is dead. He overdosed. But like motherfuckers out here not changing their minds, bro. We still in the same cycle of a street nigga. We thinking that this street nigga is what we need to be. And I'm not saying like we like all black people think like this, but for the majority that I know, that's what made me change my mind. Cause I didn't see no advancing in them. I didn't see we not talking about this political shit. We not talking about Chairman Fred Hampton. We not talking about Huey P. Newton. We not talking about the Black Panther Party. We talking about, man, you saw this, you saw this, you saw Moneybag Yo new shit. No offense to Moneybag Yo, but like we talking about like music and shit of this nature. Ain't nothing wrong with talking about music, but it's like, man, what about real life? Y'all talking about Israel Palestine? Y'all don't give a fuck about that. Cause it affects us too, in a sense. Because if motherfuckers wanted to, they could come do the same thing they doing to them to us. So, like, that's what changed. My conversations changed.
And right there, you even mentioned how people, they leave. They get their money and leave. And the song Slip Away, you say people get money. You don't say that, but people get money, escape to where it's sunny, while the sands of time slipping through their palms, such dummies. Break that down, right? Because you say that, of course, people are going to get this money and leave. Why would they stay in a situation where they could lose their life any day? They're liable for it. Why wouldn't they leave? Why are they dummies for letting this time slip through their hands?
So, for instance, me, I was specifically talking to artists when I said that. And I'm talking about like rappers from the city that, you know, pack up, move to LA, because I see it as this like the artists are community. You know, some of them might not see it as that, but with Chairman Fred in my corner, he helped me see how much of an individualist I was. Like I'd be thinking so much pertaining to the music, but not seeing the effects that me not being involved in community could have. You know, versus me just creating music from the outside, thinking that they gonna play my music inside. And be just rejoicing to it and things of this nature and thinking that's gonna shift or change somebody's mindset. Some artists do. Some do. Very prophetic artists do. But majority, bro, it's like, why not come back to your community and rebuild it? Like it's been preached to us for I don't know how many years to come back and rebuild. You know, so that's what that bar was. It was like, you know, instead of going out the city, instead of going somewhere else, help rebuild where you from. So now motherfuckers ain't gotta keep feeling like that about where we from. Like help rebuild this shit.
Even in a previous interview, you say people where I'm from, we know about the robberies, we know about the killings, we know about all these things. Me choosing to express my story through music and inspire people going through it, that's the powerful thing. I could have chose to do spiteful things with my music, but I chose to uplift people instead. Why choose this alternative route? Why rebuild this community? What was it you saw earlier in your life that really made you want to come back and do it?
I used to rap over C6 beats. I used to rap over Chief Keef instrumentals. I used to rap over, G Herbo instrumentals. And a lot of the times what we were seeing, like everybody know the energy in Chicago 2010 through 2014 was it was a lot of gang shit. Lot of it, lot of it. And I don't mean that to say like to be like cliche or nothing, but it was a lot of gang shit. Like for real, like you go downtown, it's hella sets downtown, different sectors. So if this set run into this set, sometimes motherfuckers be cool, but if you could see your ops downtown, everybody just walking around deep as hell. That's when they used to have all them fights at the McDonald's right there on Roosevelt. For real. But a lot of the times, you know, a lot of that music was influencing that shit because we'd be outside listening to that music on our phones while we going and doing what the fuck we doing. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard Tupac, when I started hearing Cole, when I started hearing Kendrick, I'm seeing like, damn, Tupac is from that struggle life, this struggle mentality. As I got older, I started really learning what he was from. The Shakur family, how powerful that name is. Um, but when I think about Kendrick, he was born around gangster shit. He was raised around gangster shit and still chose to be like, I'm gonna go this route. One of my favorite songs by him is Average Joe. Where he like, man, gee, I'm just an average Joe. I ain't no gangster, I ain't no killer. I'm just an average Joe. But in this song, he's telling you what he's seeing, what he had to shoot. Like, I mean, not shoot, but like he got shot at for being cool with them niggas. You guilty by association. So shit, nigga, fuck that. We finna get you because we know if we get you, it'll hurt them. You know? Um, but I started realizing looking at myself, I'm like, man, I'm not really intrigued by this lifestyle no more, y'all. Like, man, this ain't it. Couple of our homies we don't even see no more because they done got locked up in other places. But like, what? I don't want to do that no more. I want to inspire motherfuckers. And when I start hearing Cole and them talk about their regular everyday life, that's why I'm like, man, I could talk everyday life to these shorties. What we really going through? Fuck this gang shit, nigga. Is your mama good? How your mama is? Yo, you seeing your mama struggle? I'm seeing mine struggle too. We could connect like that. Man, how do we end that cycle? Without fucking each other up or without fucking up our community.
What was it about that lifestyle at first that really captivated your attention?
Fast dollars. See him like, bro, my mom, I love my mama. She used to do everything she could to provide for us, man. Mom and dad. But you know, I was always the nigga that went to school with like not name brand shoes. So you would go to school, you would be seeing niggas with name brand shoes, all type of shit. Air Force One, the new Fusion J's just came out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you got on some N1s, cuz like you got on N1s, you got on Rockports. Niggas don't even know what Rockports are.
I don't know what the fuck
Exactly.
I had the Jordan N ones.
Jordan, those are crazy. But bro, I used to have N1 Shoe Carnival was our spot, bro. But I used to love Shoe Carnival. But I also didn't. Like, I used to want, like, Air Force One, I used to want these things. But I see my homies coming to school, but they shooting dice. They selling weed. They doing this, they doing that. I'd be around my cousins. My cousins got new shoes and shit like that. Some of they uncles and shit in the street life. You know what I'm saying? Some of my uncles in the street life providing for my cousins. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing my cousins come with this fresh ass shit, and I'm like, I ain't got no fresh ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So shit, that's when niggas started stealing people's phones, robbing people for their phones. It started that small, robbing people for iPhones. Because back then you could just wipe the iPhone clean. Now you can't. But back then you could wipe the iPhone clean, sell it for like $250, $300. You get a MacBook, nigga, you hit a pot of gold.
No offense, but you were a scumbag, huh?
No, for real, bro. It was sad, bro. But now I'm thinking of it, it's like, damn, bro. Like,
Looking back,
what was our mind? What were we on? Like, shit, we wanted some more shit. And sometimes we was even, like, bro, I used to take projectors, bro. And,
projectors
yeah,
from school.
man, what?
Oh my god.
Used to be wilding, like, for real.
So why was it so important for you to hold on to this persona though? Because you mentioned that, when you heard Kendrick, when you heard Cole, you realized that you can be conscious, but you can also maintain that street image.
For me, it wasn't an image. This is who I am. See what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference between me. I'm trying to act gangster and act tough. I'm trying to act this way to make you feel like this about me. But no, this is who I am. This is like, you be some of my cousins, you see, like, man, this is who I am. Like, for real. See, some of my homies, this is who I am. I'd be walking around in school with a Bible, bro, telling people about Bible verses. We get out of school and I'm robbing people. That's how fucked up I was, bro. Like, for real. Like, real talk. I'll be trying to learn about God. Reading Matthew chapter, Matthew 1. Trying to tell people about God, how they need to come clean themselves and shit like that. Like, we was all fucked up. Then I'd be out there, man, I'm like, fuck, I'm still broke. Like, it turned into me, like, not, like, some days, and then the weed didn't make it no better. So, when Loud start coming out, you not even knowing the weaponization of marijuana on our brains for real, and how if you smoke a weed in your adolescence, it's gonna be hard for you to control your emotions. It's gonna be hard for you to remain consistent of who you are. You're gonna have flashes of different, like, anxiety attacks or shit like this. I'm not knowing this, back then. So when I couldn't smoke motherfucking weed, bro, I used to scrape up chains and go get a black amount to calm myself down. Like, because I was hyper energetic. Like, nigga, we used to rob people with a plastic gun, spray the tip orange, spraying it black.
You didn't feel like there was a way for you to be both?
I am who I am. Like, it's not, we conscious and street. Like, it's not either or. You are that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't separate them. Because it's a street nigga right now, I call right now, that'll talk to you about the most knowledgeable shit in the world, most political shit in the world. But he's straight street. Like, just street. And I don't separate those two. I just know, like, these were the true ones right here. The street soldiers, that's why they did what they did in Chicago and destructed the gangs and, sent everybody to jail, all the leaders to jail, because it was a long line of structure in Chicago. This was the last place that crack cocaine got through because the gang leaders did not allow them to come through. You know what I'm saying? So they had to get rid of these leaders in order for the crack cocaine and shit like that to come through, and the heroin and all this other shit to push to the streets to keep fucking us up, because those street figures, those our gang leaders did not allow that shit. Like, this Chicago is built on structure. It just wasn't no place where these wild ass renegade gangs. No, you do that, you take the leader out. Now they hell as chickens. They don't know what to do. It's no different from losing one of our black leaders, our civil rights leaders. It's no different from that. Now you do that to the gangs because they were the ones on the blocks for real, giving back to the kids and shit like that. Besides the crimes and shit like that, the gang wars that started over dumb shit. But yeah, it was like, you can't separate the two. Like, I am, like, who I am. And when you when you got street smarts and book smarts, political education, they kill people like you. You know what I'm saying? They kill people like that. They don't want that because you could spark the mind of one of these shorties out here. You know what I'm saying? You could spark these street soldiers. You could spark these street soldiers. They know if you spark the street soldiers, it's over with. And we know who they is. At this point, if you don't know who the fuck they is, you just under a rock.
Do you feel like that's why it's so important to pull these younger kids out? of that so early?
Yeah, you get them early, bro. Get them early before they start thinking that there's no hope. Cause some like my cousin, he did 14 years in prison. He told me like he want to come speak at the schools. You know, we got to get them early, and I'm gonna be able to tell you which ones is gone. Like they ain't no getting them, and I could tell you the ones that you could still get. Like they might be tough, but you could get them still. You know, because some this street shit how you gone. Some of the street shit how you gone. Some of the way these kids is brought up, they don't know what love is. They don't know what love is. The love that you experience probably in your life, they don't know what that is. So like even when I'm teaching in my class, the males to man class with Brother Enoch, shout out to Brother Enoch, Hip Hop Detox. Um, but that first week when I first came, I'm telling the young soldiers like, man, I love y'all. They like, huh? Like it's weird. Like nigga, the fuck is you telling me I love you for? Like it's weird, you know. But that fifth week, love you too, bro. See what I'm saying? Like it's the consistency. It's what I'm telling them. You know, I'm captivating someone. I'm capturing some of them early. Like, nah, it is men out here that's older than you that can show you real love. Probably won't be your older brother, but it'll be somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So it, once you know that part, it's like you gotta get these kids because shit, we about to be 30, 40 soon, bro. You 6 years away, nigga. For real, man. That's the reality, bro.
I'm
Like,
gonna I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole again, bro.
man, but you know, as long as you around them kids, bro, you have the power to transform minds. That is where God put us here for. As adults now, we are the ones in charge of cultivating the minds of the children. So if you're not looking at it like that, then what are we doing?
What is it you went through that you hope that you can help them avoid?
Identity crisis in my adolescence. You know, because going, you know, because we all have like when you growing up, you have your identity crisis. We still some of us still don't know what we want to do. Some adults still don't even know what they want to do. You know, commit to and make their and like put their efforts behind. They don't know their purpose. That's why I'm like, man, I got a purpose, bro. I gotta stick to it. You know, you try to. This no different from that. You ever seen that movie Soul, the Disney movie? What they had all them kids? Them kids couldn't come to Earth until they got what?
On
A
purpose?
purpose. That shit is real. Now you can hit the earth because you got a purpose. But until you find it, that one kid that they couldn't help, she couldn't find one, bro. That's that feeling. That's that feeling, bro. I have about, and when the end, when she finally found it, I have that about music. You know what I'm saying? So when I found that purpose, and then another one of my purposes was, because remember, they had like multiple badges. It just wasn't one. They had like multiple. They get like multiple ones. Like you're gonna be good in this, but this is the one for you. You know, but that part, it's like when we as adults don't have that, we stray away. When we as kids don't have that, we stray. We go down paths. We rob people for iPhones. See what I'm saying? Like when you don't know, you rob motherfuckers for you don't know. So you just trying shit at this point.
And speaking of that purpose, in ESC, you say the shit I truly did, I could have had funeral service. Thank God I found the purpose. How did you come to find that purpose? What was that purpose you found?
The purpose to use my words to shift people. Um, Not even to shift people, but my story could help other people's lives. Um, my story could be somebody else's story. And I learned that in high school. Shout out to my teacher, Mr. Whitten. He used to always tell me like I was a truly gifted writer, a truly gifted like in my literature class, my English class. But I was truly gifted with that. I had the ability to articulate on a different level than my peers. So um, when I started rapping and shit, I'm like, man, when I rap, bro, like I really rap with like a purpose. Like if you come see me live, I captivate the whole crowd with my voice. Like my voice pierced through this mic like nobody else's. Like y'all can come see for yourself May 25th, Unity concert. Um, but I started learning early, like, man, when I rap, damn, this shit is striking people. And me and I graduated school with Taylor Bennett. We went to the same school. So with we had a creative writing class with Mr. Gustella, Mr. G, shout out Mr. G. He used to let us do our thing every Friday. Everybody spit their pieces they had and shit like that. Or if you get in the middle of the circle, it's a big ass circle in the class, you get in the middle, you spit your piece. And I spit my piece without no phone. I didn't have no phone. I just memorized it so much because I used to rap it in the mirror. I used to rehearse like 100 fit, bro, so many times, bro. Fucking crazy. Like, go through my rap so many times. And a lot of people would get up there with their paper. I never got up there with a paper because I was just ready. So I was able, like when you rehearse it so much, the words are now inside of you. So you able to articulate these words differently. I'm able to give more emphasis on this ending line and put more emotion and pain into this one. So my first piece that I did, like, nigga, my last word, the whole class went crazy. Taylor, like, damn, like, but I knew who he was. Like, we all knew who Taylor was at this point. Like, everybody was cool with Taylor. We knew we was the ones passing around 10 days flyers with him. You know what I'm saying? When Chance was out coming up, you know what I'm saying? Chance hitting up high schools, all type of shit. And we passing the flyers out and shit out. You know what I'm saying? We going to the downtown, we smoking weed, freestyling and shit. But that's when I really knew. I'm like, damn, I could do this shit too. And I could really rap. Like, this 16, 17, I'm starting the season. I'm like, I could rap for real. Let me take this a little, like, let me see what it'll do. Because even after that piece, people was like, bro, you really got I got goosebumps, bro. And I'm like, damn, this is something that, like, at first it was my baseball playing, but it was like, it wasn't really like for people. Baseball cool, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, I want to change people. I feel like that's my gift for gab. And the conversations I was having off camera. Now it's like I'm in interviews having these conversations, and they're powerful, you know. And I'm not even seeing the effects it's having when I'm a shorty, but now I know, like, the power of my tongue. What God give me the words for, what the energy I have. Like, I always pray. Even before I got here, I say a little prayer, like, God, speak through me. Don't let me speak for myself, but allow you to speak for me. I don't speak for myself. You know what I'm saying? I know it's something else planting words inside of me. So I just keep following this entity, and it gave me the purpose of, like, why would you stop doing music? Why wouldn't you do music if you making people feel like this? Keep doing it. And I kept doing it, took a break, kept doing it, went back to it, got back to it, and now look where I'm at with it. Now I haven't dropped no album ever. I'm on my debut project, and it's gonna make some fucking noise because I got a lot of backing behind me now.
I was told get ready. I was like, oh shit.
Get ready, bro.
And a major component of that, we didn't really talk about him. I gotta bring it back real quick. Obviously, right? I feel like I always tell people this. When I sit down with you, the conversation's about you. The interview's about you. I don't give a fuck about everything else you got going on. The people care what you got going on, so I gotta talk about it, right? How did that relationship with John Monopoly start?
DJ L called me, and he was like, "Man, dog, I got Monop on the other line." I'm like, but no, before that, I did not answer the phone for the first time he called me. Cause I'd be like, I love you, L. But he be capping with me sometimes. Like, he'd be like, so and so this, so and so that, and then it don't happen sometimes.
A lot of the time.
60%. But that nigga go hard for me. But so I'm like, I ain't answering the phone, bro. Nah. He called again. At this point, she thinking it's a female. And I'm like, all right, I'm finna answer the phone. Fuck it. I answer it, and he like, man, what you on right now? You good? He's like, man, look, I know we've been talking, bro. I know I'll be, I know it's a lot of this, a lot of that, but look, I got Monop on the other line. He said he want to do some business with you. I'm like, who? He said, Monop? Who's Monop? He like, John Monopoly. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, your ass lying, nigga. You lying. You fucking lying. So, because I already know who John Monopoly is at that time. So, when he clicked over, he like, no, for real. I'm finna click over right now, bro. Just, just talk with him right quick. Because, it's LA time where he at. You know what I'm saying? So he click over, and I'm on the other line. Yo, what's good, bro? What's good, bro? How you, man? Man, what Nip say floored me, man. That shit floored me. I'm like, damn. Get the fuck out of here. I jolt out of bed before I jolt up. I'm like, shit. When them say Florida, fuck. And so he was just like, man, I want to make whatever you got bigger, bro. So look, let's hop on a call tomorrow. I know it's like 3 a.m. there, but I just want you to know you on my radar, and I want to make something happen with you. I want to do some business with you, bro. I just want to make what you got bigger.
What is the vision you guys are all hoping to enhance?
Community work never gonna stop. That's just who I am. But you know, it got to the point where it's like people just taking me as a community based person, and I don't have a problem with that. But it's like it's a problem when people will give you an award for that versus what you want to do, which is the music. You know what I'm saying? So we transitioning from doing putting all the community work that I do out and transitioning to putting more of my music out. Like me, I'm just sitting on like 3 projects right now, but I don't nobody really know. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it's time to get this music out because if 5 songs could give me that much traction 2 years ago, imagine what a project could do now. When I've built up the community around me as a person, you know, around who I am, now you're gonna get people the music, the stories about you. And because you didn't stop performing these past 2 years. So what we hoping to get out of it, like me and Ashley, we trying to make what we will make ESC uh everyday lifestyle brand. My blueprint, I didn't just make the song with Nipsey for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the real blueprint for how today is. Today, music is about to go back to um direct to consumer. It's not about to be about the streams and shit. It's about to be, can you sell 10,000 pieces of merchandise? Can you sell out a 500 capacity venue? Direct to consumer now. This is how we gonna get rich. We're not gonna get rich by these pennies. They literally in Supreme Court right now fighting for artists to get 1 penny off a stream. Right now it's 0.00003 off a penny. So they fighting in court just to get a penny. Fuck that. Let's bring this shit back direct to consumer so we could really get the bag so we could keep putting into our music and develop a community around it. So we trying to make ESC a household name. Eastside Collection, a household name. Recoechi, a household name. But it gotta come from the music. It can't come from nothing external. It gotta come from the music. The music is the foundation of how this shit gonna move. So this year is about putting out this debut project with the right publisher behind it, the right people around it, the right moves has to be made to make this shit happen for real. Because you saw what happened. You give me an opportunity, I go on Sway, we gonna go crazy. We gonna do our thing. It's people. I'm looking at Sway shit, and if you look at his stuff, it's more people more famous than me that got up there and did their interview and shit. But go look at our views and shit. Mine had more impact. Mine had way more impact, and it's because of the quality is there. The quality is there. It's just okay. Where's the quantity now?
It's the fucking supply and demand, man.
Yep.
Making sure you have enough that people are gonna want more, making that quality, making sure that people are still gonna be hungry for it.
Yep. Exactly.
So what is it about ESC that you want to carry on? What does the brand embody?
Community, unity in community. That's the slogan for it. And it's a slogan for it because I know on the east side it was times where we were like together as a community, or people will all come out to the park to hoop. You know, the people are so involved by technology nowadays, these parks are empty. These park districts don't get the funding from the schools and shit like from the state and the city. These park districts are empty. The kids don't go there. They used to be like safe havens for us. But that's how you build community. You see what I'm saying? Now, if everybody in their house, how you build a community. We walk outside. That shit real in the movies where people come outside and like zombie apocalypse, niggas can't trust each other and shit. Like people don't be trusted. That shit real. Think of it. You go outside, you're an everyday person. You not finna say what's up to them. I'm different. I'm a communal person. So I'll be like, hey, how you doing, brother? Versus a nigga, you see niggas walk with their heads down, the community don't even look at each other. You know what I'm saying? So if you uh if you could create community again in the places that you're from and spread it, make it a global thing, make everybody feel like it should be unity in their community, making it feel like it should be unity in Little Village, unity in Pilsen, unity out west 290. unity on motherfucking Pulaski and Madison Pulaski, unity out south in the hundreds. It should be unity in every community. You know what I'm saying? So if we can make people feel like that, then we could build something. You know what I'm saying? People come out, people will support the mission, support the vision.
Northside don't get no love.
I don't really know about the north side, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, my dog.
He said, "Fuck the North Side."
No, fuck the north. The north side get love, but I don't be out north. Like this 4,000 north is crazy.
How do you feel like this unity and community gets soaked up into your work?
Just off of what my how my project sound. You know, like it ain't like just some corny ass message that's put on there. You know what I'm saying? But it's a clear message that I have. Even in the intro of my album, I'll be like, it's damn, I forgot how it go. I ain't gonna lie. Unity and is unity and you and me. It's something, bro. But in other words, I was just like, I'm basically saying, fuck what's going on in the Oval Office. Like, it's about you and me on the ground. Like, if we can come together, if we could see eye to eye, if me and you could come together and build something, what the fuck is the Oval Office? What is that? It's just charades. Like, what are we talking about? Presidential campaigns? Joe Biden and Trump? Our president? Shit, we fucked up. So what are we doing then? Like, me and you have to figure out something to bring power to what's around us. Because again, it's not about us. It's about the shorties coming. It's not about us. It's about the shorties coming. It's about us a little bit, but not as much as is what are we creating for them now? So that's what all us in our 20s and shit, we gotta start coming together to think about that shit. Like, what this shit gonna look like? Even though I know in our 20s we still developing ourselves, we still kids in a sense. But like, what are we developing though? So by the time we 30 and them shorties are now 18, 19 going into their 20s, they have a strong foundation of what unity and community looks like, where how they can come together. They got skeletons and blueprints to look at so they can see how they could come together and fix a problem faster than waiting on a call from the Senate's office, waiting on a call from the Oval Office, whatever the fuck the case is. We know how to fix that. We don't need y'all.
It becomes something that's tangible. It becomes something that's closer to them. Because like what you're saying, right? You're waiting on somebody. It's almost like waiting on Superman. You're waiting on somebody to solve the problem. And that's because that's all you've been told your whole life. And that's the only thing that's been set up for you. That's the only thing that you see. So when there's no system in place for you to be able to fix your own problem, like you're saying, right? That's why you have something like Healthyhood. It's another organization. It's another person that can help fix that problem with you. And if you don't know the answer, all right, now I got all these other people that are willing to help me. I got this community that's going to help me build and get out of this rut.
Power to the people, man. Like, that's one of the little samples I got on my album that's so powerful after this song is Chairman Fred talking about, we have to learn how to be in the community again. We have to learn how to practice again. And that's very hard. Practicing something you don't know, everybody know that. When you don't know how to do something and you starting it for the first time, it's hard as fuck. But you know, with great consistency comes mastery. So it's like if we practicing, showing up in community, eventually you gonna look up and it's hella people. It's like, damn, all of us didn't practice this shit. You didn't influence him to come. You didn't got him. And now it's one big ass melting pot of community. You know what I'm saying? Because the streets make the music. The music don't make the streets. It's not the other way around. The streets make the music. It's not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? And when you know what the people want, your music can connect better to them. When niggas go in the booth with their emotions, ain't nothing wrong with being emotional and shit like that. But I'm saying, like, a lot of times it's a lot of emotions today. It's no structure on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing I could pull from you. You just pacify people, but you're not giving them something that they could live with and teach to someone. You're not giving political education through your music. Music was for education when it first came. Well, hip hop was, It was storytelling. It was exposing truths about our community that they didn't talk about on the news. So it's my job as an artist to reveal these things so people are knowledgeable of them. You know what I'm saying? Without making it sound preachy and shit. And I feel like I do a good job at that.
And through doing that, you're allowing yourself to heal while also allowing others to heal. Because
Exactly.
now they have another thing to stand on. They have another thing to lean on.
Yep.
They have a medium that is tangible for them that they can go to and hold on to and say, I'm not the only person that experienced
Come on.
this. Going through all of this from robbing people for iPhones to getting locked up to going on Sway to seeing the destruction in your neighborhoods, loss that you've experienced. What do you feel like was the most important part of Rico that needed to be healed?
My heart had to heal. Meaning like it was some shit, like it was some deeper interpersonal shit. Like the love I had, the love I felt like I lost with my dad, for instance. Like my dad's alive, but it's like, you know, from him being my coach growing up to going to high school and I'm hating him now, stuff like that. But I seen like I was a very like I was dark. My patterns of addiction had to heal. And um whether that's weed, it was the pills, I would go to things that didn't truly serve me. So I was addicted to these things. I was addicted to the pills. I was addicted to the weed. You know what I'm saying? Addicted to sometimes I'll sneak my mom liquor. I'm 17, sneaking my mom a Hennessy and drinking and shit. Yeah, that's why your Hennessy used to go my miss. But I used to sneak it and drink it, get slapped. Like, I'm like, damn, bro. But me seeing around my family that addiction is a strong thing and it's affecting me. Like I'm seeing how me watching them do these things is making me feel like this the way that you cope. I'm not knowing about praying. I'm not knowing nobody sat me down like, man, you need to pray. Like you need to ask God to heal you. You need to ask the creator, whatever you want to call him, to come heal you. You need to speak to a higher entity than what you are because something is affecting you and you don't have the answers. You think the answers is to get inebriated and intoxicated, and these are not the answers. The answers is you actually releasing these things in a different form. That could be exercise. That could be you being creative. That could be you fucking doing what you're doing now, learning something new. You know, it ain't gotta be sex. It ain't gotta be these other things that's just physical and temporary. Because after you bust your nut, you're gonna be numb. Then you gonna go back. Then you gonna, damn, what the fuck am I here for? You know, like these are the things that I had to heal from to really see mastery, start to see mastery within myself. And I'm still perfecting myself to this day. I ain't fucking I ain't on this bitch talking like I'm perfect. I'm still fucked up as a person. We all are. But like I'm better than I once was for sure, 100,000% sure. Like I don't even smoke no more, bro. I ain't smoked. I don't smoke no more. I drink every blue fucking moon. You know what I'm saying? So, and if it ain't no hard liquor either, it's be wine. So like I'm a little mama when it come to that. Like I just real life, I pay attention to where my brain is. I pay attention to where my heart at. Like, cause I truly like you ever felt what it feel like for your body to be 100% alkalized? I wanna feel that. Like we don't know what that feel like. You know what I'm saying? They was talking about Kevin Gates was tripping when he said he started the car with his hand. That shit's real. That shit's real. I'm just telling y'all, that shit's real. Your body's alkalized,
Ain't nobody starting a car with
bro.
their fucking
Black
touching
people
the
were
battery.
electrical. What do you think the unk was, bro? What do you think the unk was? That shape was made uh to circulate electricity, bro.
The what?
A unk. That cross with the circle on top, that shape,
Oh, okay.
it was made to circulate electricity. These are hidden knowledges. That's a whole nother ball game.
That's a whole different hour.
It's a whole different hour.
That's a whole different hour.
For real, bro. But no, like, I definitely had to heal my addictions. Like, I had to heal what I allowed myself to be addicted to, get some discipline.
Through healing those addictions, how have you seen yourself become a better you?
You go to these addictions because you feel low. And I'm specifically talking about to drug addicts and alcoholics. Like people that do these things that are addicted to it. Like whether it could be a cigarette, you addicted to the menthol. You know what I'm saying? But we looking for some type of relief when we do these things. You know what I'm saying? And for me, like I found like what made me step away from that. Like I ain't gonna lie, like on some real shit. Not even bring it up just because I just said it, but like bro, for real, because I haven't smoked since January, bro. You know, and smoking as I smoke chain smoke, bro, backwoods. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in it, like big woods. What's up? We smoking, like bro. But I came back from Africa and I'm like, you know, the most powerful state of mind that we could be in is the state of grace. That's how they live out there. They making $50 a month, US, to live. That's 500 cities out there. $50 a month here. You damn right we finna go take some iPhones. Like what we on? $50 a month, bro. So yo, when the circumstances are changed and when you think about what other people are going through, you feel less sorry for yourself. It's like you have fallen from grace. Now get back on your grace. You know what I'm saying? Get back on that. What are you grateful for in your life? If you have an assorted collection of shoes, I'm out there letting one of my comrades that stay out there wear my house shoes because he don't really have shoes. Like, but he moved out to fucking Africa because it was a war in his hood in Chicago that killed one of his best friends. But he's living in Ghana now. But I'm allowing him to use my shoe. He don't have shoes like that. He don't have clothes like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different feeling. It's a different feeling when I came back. So that addiction highlighted, like when I stopped smoking this shit, it started highlighting to me how I used to just feel sorry for myself. Like it was individualism at its finest. Like you feel sorry for yourself instead of redoing your grace, redoing what you're grateful for. Remind yourself each and every single day, nigga, if you got a car, it is a nigga out here on that train right now that wake up at 4 in the morning to get to work at 7. Be grateful for that car.
But what was it you felt sorry about?
Man, it'd be like shit. I'm broke. Uh, I ain't got the money right now to buy what I really want. Or I ain't got the food that I want to eat right now. So, but I still got food at the crib. That's crazy. Like I can't even think about shit. Like what are you doing? What you mean you got you feel some way because you can't go out to eat, but you can go home and make you a full meal. Some people got a full ass refrigerator, but still go outside and eat dinner food, but they don't cook. It's different when you cook for yourself, man. You putting love and shit into your food versus what these other motherfuckers putting into your food. We spoiled, bro. We so spoiled in America. It make me sick. Like for real. Like every aspect of this place is like a fucking capitalistic, the most imperialistic structure in the world. Like bottles of water out there. You walking around with a bottle of water, you deemed bougie in Africa. They drinking out of sandwich bags. And they gotta rip the hole out the corner and drink their water like that. It's lining up around the corner, lining up for the big water tank in the middle of the village to get their water. I went to the village. I ain't go to that bougie shit. We was in the village. Like, we seen how they was really living, bro. Carrying their waters from that over there. Having 3 buckets of water, having 6 buckets of water, boiling 2, keeping 3 for bathing. Sometimes the men couldn't bathe because the women had to bathe first. Sometimes the water wasn't the water left for them. We got running water at the crib.
Aside from learning to be graceful, what do you feel like was the most important takeaway you had from Ghana?
Don't go out there thinking shit sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, as in like, you are a tourist out there, even as a black person, and they will treat you as such.
Shit, man. I appreciate you sitting down with us. I appreciate you, letting us tell your story in our way. Go ahead and plug whatever you need to plug real quick.
Shout out Sad Boy Radio, man. It's your boy Recoechi. Eastside Collection launch party will be happening June. I need everybody to be there. We're gonna be posting the flyers up for that. And the Eastside Collection Volume 1 project is coming soon. Flavors is coming soon. It's coming soon. Eastside Collection Volume 1 Flavors. Your boy debut project is gonna shake some shit. And Chicago will be present. Y'all will be in the building for that for sure. Love, peace to everybody.
Make sure you guys go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Sad Boys for real. Peace out.
This is Sad Boy Radio.